Hey y'all, I'm Tatum Harvel and I'll be doing your E&H sports interview. In a 2-1 win against Salem this past Sunday, women's soccer has finished their season in a good place. And joining us to reflect on the season, we have senior Ronnie Garrou. Ronnie, thank you so much for joining us.
It's no problem.
Awesome. So coming into a new Division II schedule, what new challenges have come with this season?
I think the biggest challenge we had this season was the competition. Obviously, we switched from D3 to D2, and the girls are a lot bigger, a lot faster. And it was a big adjustment, I think, for us, but I think we coped with it as well as you can. We got a couple of ties, which was really big for us. And I think even against the harder teams that we may have lost, we definitely adapted well, I think. I think especially in our second halves of most of our games, we came out a lot stronger than we did in the first.
So looking back, what are some ways that you think you overcame some of those struggles as a team?
I think we overcame by pulling together more. I think it's easy when you face some tough losses to pull apart. But I think that as a team, we focused a lot on family, and I think by pulling together as a family, we definitely overcame a lot of the struggles that we had.
Now, I know you mentioned facing a lot of tougher competition in Division II. How do you see Emory and Henry women's soccer team moving forward and growing in the seasons to come?
Well, I know that we have a lot of really good recruits coming in. Our coach has, I think, pulled a couple of girls who've played D1, so that's really big for us. So I think just bringing in the next good group of girls to come in and help build upon the people we already have, who are already a pretty solid backbone, is going to be good in helping us move forward as a program.
Now, I know as a program you're chasing excellence, and you're doing a great job doing that. But with many good teams, something that follows that is a great culture as the driving force to success. So looking at Emory and Henry women's soccer, what would you say is the culture for your team?
Our culture is focused heavily on, as I said before, being a family, and I think hard work and always putting the team first. I think that we always strive to do our best, even if we're facing competition that might seem like we have no chance. We definitely come out, work our butts off, and just work as hard as we can, and I think that that's the culture we have, is hard workers who are one together, a family.
So with your hardworking family atmosphere, how do you think this culture has played a key factor in motivating your team this season?
As I said before, I think pulling together, being one together, has really helped us push forward better. Sorry.
So thinking back over your season, can you think of one moment that sticks out in your mind that you were just so proud of your team as a whole?
Honestly, I think it had to be the last game. We got scored on in the first half, and for our team, especially this season, I think being scored on first and has been hard for us to come back from, but we did, and we proved that we can come back and win and not just come back and tie, which I think was very big for us, especially moving forward, to be able to prove that we can get knocked down and still get back up and get the win.
So Ronnie, if you could pick one word to describe Emory and Henry women's soccer team, what would it be?
Probably family. As I said before, I think that's a big part of our culture, and it's definitely something our coach instills in us, is that we have each other's back and we are one.
That's great. So Ronnie, this is our last question, but what is the most valuable lesson that you've learned here at Emory and Henry on the soccer team that you're going to take away with you for a lifetime?
That's a hard one. Probably patience. I think you put in a lot of hours and you might not always get what you want out of it, whether that's a result or playing time or anything. But if you hold the patience and you stick together as a team, you're going to get everything that you could ever want out of it. I know that I have friendships that will last me a lifetime now because of it, and I think if I hadn't stuck with it, I wouldn't have those. So I'm very appreciative of that.
Well, Ronnie, thank you so much for joining us today. Congratulations on the end of your season, and best of luck in the rest of your endeavors. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This concludes our sports interview for EHC-TV. I'm Tatum Harvel, and we'll see y'all next week.